again and welcome to Cinegeeks, where movies, TV, and all things geek collide. I'm your host, Angela, and we are back again for another episode, or rather 2 more episodes of Drag Race Philippines. And we have here back again in the studio, give it up for Norman.
Hello! Did you miss me?
Oh yes, we
Exactly.
did. And of course, Mason.
Hello.
And give it up for Jello.
Hi. Sorry.
May name na ba tayo? Dapat meron na tayong name.
Oo nga eh. Pero ramdam mo kagad, no? First few seconds pa lang ng podcast natin. Sweet na kagad sila, no? Talagang may paghinto ng hello. Tapos yung isa, hello. Ganun lang eh, no?
Parang bedroom voice,
yes.
no? Alright, so we are back here to review or to give our reaction to episode 2 and 3 of Drag Race Philippines Season 2. Okay, so this is the second part of the premiere. So we are meeting for the first time the second batch, yung other 6 queens.
Yeah, the second 6 queens for this year's Drag Race.
Okay, without any further ado, let's start. The first one to enter the workroom was Didi Marie Holiday.
The name.
Didi.
With a holiday.
With a holiday. Daddy sa umaga, Didi sa gabi.
I love it.
I love her energy. She
Diba?
parang mas MILF siya, no? Kaysa kay,
Yeah, the motherly.
Kesa kay Nicole Pardo.
Pardo, yeah.
So si Didi Marie Holiday, she's really a MILF. Siya din naman na nagsabi. Mukha siyang ninang.
Anyways, her entrance look was like parang Maleficent, di ba?
Yeah, parang
She's
Ursula.
very horny daw.
She's horny.
Kasi may horns siya.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, what can
Thankfully,
you
we're
say
not,
about
diba?
her entrance look?
To me, it seems ordinary for a drag race.
Agree.
Or a drag queen. Pero whenever yung mga outtakes nila or yung mga interview, I could feel the attitude.
Yeah.
Both the good and the bad. Which is something to like about Didi Holiday.
That's right.
First
And-
impression.
Sige.
Go, Jello.
Yung first impression ko, well, knowing Didi from Twitter, kasi she is just like known there, lalo na yung sa mga Nectar, sa O-Bar. She performs as drag there.
So you've
drag
seen
there.
her perform?
Hindi pa, pero kilala lang siya sa Twitter. Pero actually, I was not astounded or parang, ay ganun siya eh. Kasi ganun na siya sa Twitterverse.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the attitude. May attitude talaga siya and she's gonna stand her ground, no, for what she believe. Pero my comment din dun sa dress niya, sa entrance was ordinary. Yeah.
No.
ordinary.
Nothing too spectacular about it.
Yes. It's just stuff worn.
Yung lang,
stuffed
headdress
toy.
niya lang
Yeah.
talaga yung medyo
Yun lang.
binonggahan.
Yep.
Alright.
Parang di bongga.
Okay. Next to enter was Astrid
Astrid
Mercury.
Mercury.
Okay, Mason, what did you think?
I love her. Nung papasok niya, it feels like parang Bridgerton outfit yung peg niya din. Sabi, tapos yung color niya, it's very friendly, it's very
Fresh.
fresh.
Yes.
Nissan.
And her makeup,
Yeah.
no? Was flawless. Ang ganda.
That's right.
Tama ka. It's very fresh.
If I may add to that, si Astrid Mercury looked very young.
That's right.
Fresh and young.
But she's already 29, di ba?
Yeah.
Pero
She looks
sa
like
makeup, sa makeup niya, tsaka sa the entire look, bagets.
Yeah, that's
Tuwing-
right.
Yung fresh kasi maaliwalas.
Maaliwalas. It was like a debutante's entrance.
I agree. So, the next one to enter the workroom was Hannah Beshi from Cagayan de Oro City.
Cute ng name.
Diba? Beshing-beshi ng bayan.
Yeah.
Akala ko yung electric fan, Hanabishi.
I think that was the inspiration.
Yun yung inspiration.
And her entrance look was parang may
May
radio,
stereo.
no? And she also mentioned that she's an architect and a graphic designer. What was your first impression, Norman?
Well, kay Hannah Beshi, may mga ibang drag queens na kami tuloy, may mga ibang drag queens internationally na katulad niya, merong dalang extra. Kasi siya parang meron siyang stereo na dala na inapakan niya rin
Right.
eventually. Well, to me, when I saw the grand entrance she made, it was not so ordinary. But when I saw him as him of drag, sabi ko, oy, iba. Tsaka ano siya, very friendly yung itsura niya sa akin.
And if I may add, I really like the vibe kasi he has this fun personality both doon sa nag-drag siya tsaka yung wala siyang makeup. So for me, there's so much very interesting to watch out for dito kay Hannah Beshi.
Jello.
Yeah, for Hannah Beshi naman, ano siya number one, she's a good listener. She's there to perform, to compete. Actually.
Yes.
Wala siyang, parang walang toxicity.
True.
Something in him. No? So that's what I like about her.
Yeah, I also agree. Hannah Beshi has this parang lightness about her personality.
If I may just add, nakalimutan ko lang kaninang i-mention. Hannah Beshi reminds me of the sponge queen of RuPaul's Drag.
Si Monet.
Yeah,
Monet Exchange.
Yung image, the makeup, the arrive, Monet Exchange.
Monet Exchange. Very Monet Exchange.
True. And she's also one of the provincial queens, like Didi mentioned, no? And she doesn't seem to be fazed by that. Hindi naman siya yung parang intimidated by the city queens. Diba?
Exactly.
And the age din, hindi rin siya intimidated even though she's very young compared to the others.
Yeah, she's 24.
Yeah. Okay. Next one is Verushka Levels, all the way from HK. What did you think about her, Jello?
Yung entrance niya, maganda Goddess yung naging impression ko dun sa entrance niya. Well, that's just the looks that I like.
Her looks were maganda naman. Yeah. What about you, Mason?
Well, for me, kasi sinabi niya, Filipino Barbie daw siya. Wow.
You agree?
Well, I stand to disagree, Charla.
Ang isa lang
Pero
na,
naman, she has the looks naman.
Yeah.
In fairness naman. But it was just that, but I was looking for something more sa entrance niya.
Norman.
The physique na may enhancement that we all know, I have to applaud her.
Yeah.
Well, I can't help but notice the cheekbones.
Yeah.
Yun talaga yung nag-stand out sa akin.
Yung cheekbone niya kasi pag bineso mo siya, papasain ka after.
Yeah, Jello.
Yung ano ko lang, tama yung kay Norma na yung when she speaks, no? Yung accent talaga. May something for me, alone, parang naiirita na agad ako pag nagsalita siya.
Akala ko sa cheekbones ka naiirita.
Naiirita ka kasi, actually, pwede na rin. Hindi gumagalaw. But yun nga, when she speaks, she's giving off a vibe na parang it could push you under a bus any moment pagka ano.
Yeah.
It's like me, I.
It's very intimidating.
Actually.
And parang ramdam mo kaagad na, she's the narcissistic queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the term. Yun nga. I
And
was looking for a better term, pero yun nga.
She has this like diva attitude na pagkita mo sa,
Yeah, very diva.
Paano
That's
ulit
right.
yun? Paano ulit?
Nipis-nipisan. Oo.
Okay.
Next queen?
Next queen, we have Bernie from Mandaluyong, a seasoned queen.
I like her. I like her not only because kasi maliit siya. Parang she's unique for me. Kasi aside sa, isa siya sa mga, ginulantang ako kasi nga, di ba nga, ngayong season lang tayo mas naging accepting sa mga trans drag queens. At isa siya sa mga trans drag queens na pumasok doon sa season 2. At nakita ko na, there was like for me, parang may tender touch ng pagiging mama bear. Parang ganon.
She's not...
Diday. Hello mga Diday!
Hindi siya antagonistic or parang naglo-look down siya dun sa mga batang queens.
To me naman, the Diday and the look of Bernie, basically, friendly at the same time, alam mo na seasoned competitor.
Yes.
May arrive talaga si ate girl.
The way she carries herself, no?
Yes.
Ako naman, I can't help but compare from her, no? From Nicole Pardo, no? Yung kapag nakita mo yung off-drag, ano niya, and to her, kapag nag-put on na siya ng drag dress niya, For me, maganda siya pag nag-drag na siya. Ang ganda na talaga eh.
The transformation.
Yes, the transformation.
No? Medyo
But it
malayo.
shows
Yeah.
what she can do if nagda-drag na siya.
Can I expound on that? Ito ba yung pag nag-i-interview na? Yung kanyang makeup na buo-buo sa noo?
Yung confessionals.
Yeah, pero I have to applaud yung pag nagpa-perform na siya.
Iba no?
Yeah, she's like a different person.
Exactly.
Bernie's look to me is...
Her entrance look.
To me is...
Para siyang silver na tribal goddess.
Stunning and speaks that she's seasoned. Yun yung entrance look niya sa akin. Alam mo na kagad na ang arrive nito, matagal na tong nagda-drag.
Tama.
Tsaka in fair naman, dun sa most especially dun sa hairstyle niya, kapag i-close up mo siya, parang plastic lang siya tingnan na metal. Pero kapag nasa camera, ay mahal naman siya ng camera.
True.
Nagniningning si Madam. So, in fairness naman.
Yeah. And, all right, let's move on now to our last queen to enter the workroom, Ovi Kant, the spooky queen from Cavite.
Ayan. Sorry, inuna ako. Na si
Go,
Nora.
go, go.
Go ahead.
Na-stunned ako, actually, dun sa entrance niya. The mustache thing that she has speaks to me na parang, this is like a fashion people, no, as a stylist or whatever. I was expecting more from her. Pero speaking of the entrance, it really stunned me.
Her entrance to me was very edgy, and yung personality niya dun sa confessionals was very eccentric, art people type.
Yes.
Diba?
Yes.
Yung mga high fashion na mga designers na may pagka weird from the traditional drag that you see.
That's right.
I have to add yung pagka tinignan mo yung mga sinusuot niya, it's good for shoots.
Yeah.
Maganda siya i-picturean or i-photo shoot.
Yeah. Norman?
Sa akin, yung kanyang mustache distracted me kasi na-cover yung face niya. Pero, during the photo shoot, if I may jump a bit, na-carry niya naman eh. Kumbaga, yung kanyang grand entrance, the outfit and the entire look, it was meant to stun you, to give you a message that I am very different to everybody.
I agree.
Okay. So that's it for our entrance looks. Okay, let's move on to the mini challenge. Their mini challenge was also a photo shoot
With
BJ.
The BJ Pascual.
The beefed BJ pa.
Yeah, pero iba na yung kanilang kasama dun sa photo shoot.
Yeah.
Oo.
From a tarantula.
Hindi na sa tarantula.
Oo, yung sa tarantula na tarantula lang sa amin. Ngayon naman, it's a reptile.
Yeah.
Yes.
A non-venomous reptile.
Yeah, parang yung mga friends mo lang.
Yes.
Mga ahas.
Mga nasa tabi-tabi lang dyan. Mga nyopit bahay. Anyways, yun nga, ang kasama nila isang reptile. Pero sa akin nga, sabi ko dun sa, I was watching it, sabi ko, yung production naman parang hindi nag-isip na ganun din, manggugulat ulit sila nung parang sa akin kasi it's a show, sana yung episode 1 kasi, nanggulat sila ng tarantula na ginulat nila yung mga contestants. Isang arachnid yung ginamit. Ito nga, nakakatakot din naman yung ahas. I have no doubts and any other comments about the fear a reptile could bring. Pero hindi naman yung parang manggugulat ka ulit. Parang sana, ginawa naman nila this time, may ahas na dun sa uupuan. Kasi parang ganun lang ulit yung ginawa. Parang, can you be extra creative, girl? Ganun.
That's right.
Parang repeat from the last episode.
Pero I think, naman I just hope na nilabas na lang nila ng sabay. Yung dalawang episode. Kung ganun lang din siya kapareho. Na wala nang ibang parang deviation from the first one. Diba?
Anong difference ng arachnid tsaka sa reptile? Bukod sa spelling.
So ano na lang, peacock na lang ginawa. Diba?
Hindi naman scary si Peacock.
I mean, kasi very
Ibang
artistic.
peacock naman yung scary.
Diba?
Pero yeah, oo nga. Medyo, we've seen that before.
Yeah.
The snake photo shoot. That's been done a million times. So, hindi na siya ganun ka-unique.
Sana nga arachnid na lang ulit. Sana tarantula na lang yung
Tarantula.
Oo. Para matatarantado sila doon.
O di kaya may scorpions.
Oo, di ba?
Scorpion. I think that's better.
Oo.
Scorpion. Pero I think, meron ba dito nun?
Meron naman, pero for sure yung nandito, yung pwede kang tusukin.
Baka hindi trained for TV.
Dalhin sa St. Luke's after.
Makati Med daw sila.
Makati Med daw sila.
Ano, Medical City.
Yeah. So anyway, the winner of the mini challenge was Verushka Levels. So do you
As
agree?
she claims that her, what do you call this? Forte is photography, the face. Okay din naman. Maganda naman yung kanyang... Actually, for this batch, mas maganda yung mga pictures nila, yung mga photographs nila. Mas maganda, no?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yung
yes.
sa Arachnid kasi, maganda yung kuha. Pero itong second batch, I have to say na lahat sila, siguro dahil ahas yung hawak, mas nakapag-project, mas maganda yung kuha. Kaya yung pagkapanalo ni Verushka Levels, it didn't surprise me. Pero at par halos lahat ng kalaban niya.
Actually, to add lang that, yung batch na to, I think they are more seasoned na. Mas sanay na sila to handle themselves, the identity that they have, they're very sure.
Yes, true. I agree. Mas confident tong batch na to.
Yes.
But do you agree with the winner? Do you have other winners? Or parang okay naman, Verushka really deserved it?
Actually, nung nakita ko dun sa may camera pala ni BJ, when Verushka was playing with the snake, parang I felt that, oh, she's gonna win it. Kasi sa metal headpiece niya pa lang, tapos yung glam look niya, dun kung paano siya mag-project, yung facial expressions niya, parang caring niya na dun. So, she deserves to win 20,000 pesos.
Exactly.
I think nag-work din yung color nung damit niya.
Sa dress niya.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it for the mini challenge. We move on to the maxi challenge. It's still the same as episode 1. Ganun pa din, girl group.
Pero lahat sila nagulat na gagawing girl group kagad.
Exactly.
Pop off.
And ganun pa din, the second batch of the Cercado sisters of Fourth Impact was also there to guide them on their song. So, ganun pa din. Doon naman sa mga lyrics nila, what did you think about their performance doon sa recording? Let's start with Mason.
In terms of vocals, for me, wala masyado nag-stand out. Parang for me, I was looking for some form of vocal acrobatics, some form of parang... we can veer away with the birit, pero I was looking for a unique texture in terms of voice. Pero yung overall performance was, grabe. Grabe si Bernie talaga yung for me was like, you'll be drawn to her.
Pero may nag-stand out sa akin dun sa lyrics. It was Hanabeshi. Kasi parang, yung ano niya was parang Nicki Minaj. Parang super bass yung ano niya.
I agree
din.
Jello, ikaw?
Ako din. For the lyrics, for the building of the lyrics, no, si Hanabeshi talaga. Kaya lang, nag-choke siya nung nasa
studio.
Na sila diba? So, he was lacking that a little bit of confidence, pero pulled off naman sa performance. But lyrics-wise, yeah, I like Hanabeshi's lyrics nung nagre-rap na siya.
Norman.
Very Nicki Minaj.
Well, sa akin, talking about the recording, natawa ko kay Didi Marie Holiday. Talaga yung actions niya na hindi niya mapigilan magkaroon ng flirtatious activities.
With moves.
Oo. Pero kung pagdating naman dun sa liriko, dun sa recording, at saka dun sa projection ng voice nila, tama si Hanabeshi yung okay sa akin. Pero sa akin kasi, the simpler, the better. Yun yung gusto ko sana. Kaya yung kay Astrid Mercury, nung nagre-record siya, parang it was too fast, too complicated, too tongue twister of a spiel. Too wordy. Yung hirap tuloy.
Nahirapan din siya diba?
That's right.
So, yeah, we move on now to their performance. Yung dance naman. Their color scheme this time was blue.
Color blue.
From red to
Blue.
blue.
With the dark background.
Blue. May maipasok na naman na. Anyways, kung magko-comment tayo dun sa kanilang kanya-kanyang outfit, ang nag-stand out sa akin is si Astrid Mercury. Hindi ko talaga maintindihan yung damit niya.
Stand out in a good or bad way?
I don't have to blur it out. How do you blurt on the podcast? Anyway, hindi kasi blue eh. Yung una, red. Not to be so comparative about it. Red is very stunning. Blue is blue. Kumbaga, sabi ko nga sana nag-metallic blue na lang yung halos lahat.
Yeah.
Siya kasi may parang touch of gray tapos may blue. So parang sabi ko, patay. Nakita ko kagad na, patay. Ganon. Yun yung... Pero sa kanila, this time around, lahat sila covered. Wala yung
Hubadera.
Oo. Tsaka wala yung wala
Masyadong
yung...
revealing.
Oo. Tsaka wala rin yung undergarment na hindi okay masyado.
Yes, I know.
Oo.
Yeah.
Pero again, yung kay Astrid Mercury, ganda sana ng mga stunts niya na ginawa. Kaya yung outfit niya, medyo plangak.
Even the hair was flat.
Yeah.
Diba?
Naging dull din sa gray.
Oo, parang nag-wash out siya kumpara dun sa iba kasi sobrang rich nung pagka-blue nung outfits nung iba. Tapos siya, very flat nga.
Speaking of outfit,
Yeah.
Speaking of outfit, anong masasabi nyo nung si, Verushka Levels may reveal? Anong masasabi nyo doon?
Ikaw, Mason.
Bilang kontesero ka, alam namin na nagsisinging contest ka nung araw. What's your comment about it, sir? Ma'am,
Grabe naman.
Grabe.
It's Highness, Your Highness.
Kay Verushka Levels, parang... Next.
Hindi, kasi di ba sabi nga nung tiga Fourth Impact, sa mga competition, most often than not, as singers, yung birit mo, yung pasabog mo, hindi mo pinapakita sa rehearsals. So ako naiintindihan ko yung ginawa ni Verushka Levels. Kaya lang noong si OV Kant nagko-comment na siya paano pag may nadulas. Parang sa akin, talaga ba may madudulas?
Nilayo naman niya yung bato eh.
Yeah, actually, okay lang sa akin yung ginawa niya. Kasi nag-center naman siya tapos nung nasa harap na yung other girls, tsaka niya binato.
It added flair to the to the performance.
It made the performance better.
At saka hindi lang yon, I think she's overcompensating din kasi nga
Hindi
alam
siya
niya
marunong.
na hindi maganda yung performance niya sa choreography and dun sa performance in general. So doon na lang niya parang binabawi. Tama.
Eva La Queen nga daw,
Yeah.
sabi ni Bernie. Oo.
Pero
Parehas kaliwa pa
parang comment ko lang kay Verushka, yung minsan hindi niya alam kung saan siya magpe-placing doon sa group. Natatakpan niya unintentionally. Natatakpan siya ng iba kasi nasa likod na siya. Mali yung pwesto niya.
Pero, just to add naman, parang, since di niya alam kung anong gagawin na masyado, that pushed also the other contenders to perform individually na kailangan makita din sila. So, may mga drama sila, kung mapapansin, may mga sarili na silang drama.
Kanya-kanya.
Which is, parang hindi naman siya doon napakita sa choreography.
Oo nga. Pero overall, nagmukha silang Diday and the backup dancers.
Yun nga.
Yeah.
Ang galing ni Bernie dyan.
Strategic din siya.
Exactly. Sabi ko, siya yung nag-choreograph. Tapos ginamit niya yung height niya. 'Di ba sabi nila hindi komot maliit, 'di ba? Small but terrible yung nasulat ko diyan eh. Ginamit niya yung height niya, sa unahan siya. Tapos nagmukhang Diday or Bernie and the backup dancers.
And makikita mo siya agad because as you said, the color red is really standing out, no? Her hair was red.
Yeah, I was about
Ayun.
parang orange.
Ano
Oo.
yan eh, parang color wheel kind of theory na.
Ang red ang buhok si Bernie, pero hindi lumubog. Ay, si Bernie tuloy, si Verushka Levels. Pero si Bernie, orange yung buhok, pero hindi siya lumubog.
Oo, yun.
Oo.
Parang ang nangyari tuloy, alam mo agad sinong leader.
She knows how to work her stuff,
Yeah.
no? And to
Yes.
stand out.
Yeah.
Yun ang pinaka best quality and best trait ni Bernie. Alam niya kung paano siya lulutang.
Siguro kaya din naging parang Bernie and the backup dancers. Kasi hindi nga din masyadong polished yung kanilang number. Makikita mo rin sa panning ng camera na medyo... Tsaka halatang-halata mo yung ibang pagkakamali. Si Verushka, yung pagkakamali niya, di ba? Yung twirls and stumbles or mga stunts na ginawa ni Astrid Mercury, maibalik ko lang kasi baka makalimutan ko. 'Di ba
Cartwheel.
cartwheel.
Tsaka death drop, di ba?
Oo.
Death drop.
Yun sabi nga din ni si Jiggly Caliente. Ang sabi ni Jiggly, she appreciates yung mga stunt queens, pero dapat it's a lip sync. Dapat di mo nalimutan yung lyrics mo.
Exactly.
Siya pala man na nagsulat nun. So parang sabi ko, ay, galing nagsastunt. Kasi pag nagsastunt, di ba, that's an edge. Kaya lang di mo alam lyrics mo.
She made it too complicated for herself. So she made that bed. Diba?
Yeah.
Anyways, so that was their performance for the girl group. What's their name? Hindi ko Vungangavu,
Basta yun
something.
O basta bakla ang gumawa nun.
So we move on now to the runway, which is Fringe with benefits.
Fringe, di ba Fringe tayo?
We're very good friends.
Miss
Fringe.
Fringe.
Fringe ng ina mo.
Fringe ng ina mo rin.
Fringe fries, favorite namin ni Angela.
I love French fries. Yung potato fries.
Anyways, yeah. Ayun. So, first one to enter was...
Astrid.
Okay. Astrid came in with a rag-inspired outfit. All black.
All black.
What did you think about it?
Gothic. Gothic
Yeah,
siya.
gothic siya. But for me, I was like looking for more artistic expressions doon sa ginawa niya. But it looked very plain.
Siguro sa akin, yung kay Astrid Mercury, na-appreciate ko yung kanyang, excuse me, cat. Yung kanyang okay. To me, Astrid Mercury, yung kanyang outfit na black at saka merong para ang dark shade ng eyeshadow. Maganda naman siya. Una ko nga nasulat nun, parang, ay, high fashion, babaihan, yan kagad din ang sabi ko. Kaya lang, nung lumabas ng ibang fringe niya, lumubog si ate girl. Pero kunyari kung yun ay runway na hindi ka mag-fringe ng sobrang fringe, siya okay Ganda.
But too minimalistic.
Yeah.
For this race.
Yes. It's a competition pa din kasi after all So you have to be very creative.
Parang sobrang safe nung damit.
Yes, play safe.
So,
Again,
next,
walang shiny things.
I don't know what she has against glitter or something shiny, pero halos lahat ng mga choices ng outfits niya, very flat. No? Kapag tinamaan ng ilaw, walang dating.
Astrid Mercury, wag mo kaming aabangan sa labas. This is just a plain comment and take it very
Constructively.
Oo.
Yeah. Anyways, we have next.
Sino ba yung next natin? Si Didi Marie Holiday. Yung sa kanya, bukod sa pagiging ninang sa kasal at saka pwedeng presidentiable yung outfit ni ate girl, stand out.
Yeah.
Siguradong for the kill. Lalo na yung kanyang blondie na hair.
Nagulat nga ako dun kasi she looked very queenly. Nung pagpasok niya, sabi ko, expensive looking si madam.
Yes, true.
Di ba ninang siya? So, godmother. The fairy godmother. She reminds me of the fairy godmother dun sa Shrek 2. Yung villain.
Grabe ka naman
So,
sa Shrek 2. Ako naisip ko kung blue yung suot niya, fairy godmother sa Cinderella. Ikaw Shrek 2.
yung kaaway, yung villain na fairy godmother dun. Kasi pink din yung suot tapos the hair.
Yeah. Pero, ayun nga, ang naman niya is parang parol, yung kanyang train nung damit niya. Pero, I just noticed na hindi niya tinry i-cinch yung waist niya. So, it looked very rectangular, no?
Parang test tube.
Test tube.
All right, let's move on to our third queen.
Our third queen was Bernie. Ito na yung
Alam mo si
finish
Bernie
na.
talagang
Fringe ba ka?
uwi na tayo.
Pack up na. Nung nakita, diba? Nung nakita natin siya, pack up na ito yung mga queen.
Diba?
Victoria's Secret.
Fashion.
Yon.
Lamon na lamon ang mga
Kain na
katabi.
kain.
Diba?
Pag hinampas ka ng fringe niya, I see you ka.
Oo. Siya mismo nagsabi, fringe ba? Fringe ba ang gusto nyo? Eto, fringe.
She was like a walking parol.
That's right. Fringe overload talaga siya, literally.
Fringe over troubled water.
Fringe over troubled water. Pero ang galing.
Talagang sobrang showstopper yon. Tsaka one of the memorable outfits ever to grace the drag race stage.
Yeah, agree.
Pero anong ang pinaka magandang napansin ko sa kanya, hindi siya nilamon nung outfit niya kahit ang laki.
Oo, kasi di ba, hindi naman siya katangkaran. Tapos ang laki ng outfit niya.
Kitang-kita pa rin
Ano
siya.
pa rin it blended well.
She chooses her colors very carefully. And her hair, yung color ng wig na gagamitin niya, lahat yon pinag-iisipan niya.
Tapos yung skin niya, yung nag-match siya doon sa color.
Ang ganda nga niya dun eh.
Yes.
Actually, yung fringe niya, hindi siya naging sagabal sa pag-runway niya. That's really a good thing.
And she even flexed how she can still move.
Yes.
Kahit ang laki-laki ng dala
umiikot
niya.
siya, diba? Tapos yung hindi ka
Distract.
dun sa kanyang fringes eh.
Yeah. Okay. Who's next?
Fourth queen, Mayton.
Hanabeshi. Ano naman si Hanabeshi?
Ramen.
Cup noodle. Noodle, doy.
Nabuhusan ng cup noodles.
What did you think? Did you buy it? Noodles as fringe?
Well, for me, okay yung creativity niya. It's just that yung dress niya nahuhulog na.
Yeah. Oo, yun lang naman. Pero it was imaginative.
That was creative of her.
Out of the box.
Yeah.
'Di ba?
Me, kung ako yun, I wouldn't have thought of wearing, ramen. Or instant noodles na binuhusan ka. Tapos may mga gulay-gulay pa siya sa hair.
Yeah.
Kasi nikin-close up, may mga gulay-gulay pa sa hair. It's just that I was looking for a better execution of her dress. So, yun lang naman for me.
Yes. Norman.
To me, it was very creative, but at the same time, I didn't like that there was no undergarment.
Yun pa. Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Creativity-wise, pasadong-pasado. Runway-wise, pasadong-pasado yung storyline. Pero yung pagkakaroon ng walang undergarment or basta walang undergarment, parang nakulangan na ako because of that.
Actually, pointed out yun ni Miss Jiggly.
Yeah. Pero, yeah, I love it. Very original.
Yep.
I'm excited what she has in store for this season.
Yeah, she looks originated. So,
originated.
Okay.
Next queen.
OV Cunt.
Ito yung scary.
Balete.
Balete spook. To me, if I may start commenting on it, it didn't look fringe to me. Hindi siya fringe. More on the spooky, scary, Halloween-ish na runway ang dating. Pero kung fringe siya kanya, edi fringe niya. Yun lang, parang sa akin hindi siya yung, kasi, let's face it, yun yung brand niya. Pero, nasan yung fringe? Nasan yung yung balahibo, yung may halaman kasi, di ba, it's balete, yung parang balahibo or yung parang vines ng valete. Nasa Valete, oo. Valete ng Valiente. Parang popular ulit yan. Yung balete.
Very consistent ka
Oo,
dyan.
di ba? Popularly known, Valete. So yun, asa ng French ng balete?
Ano siya, konti. Pero yun nga she's trying to be high fashion. Maganda siya, very edgy. Pero sometimes, it's camp mas drag kapag ka-campy. Hindi masyadong minimalist high fashion. What do you think, Jello?
Agree. Yung high fashion kasi parang dumadating sa point na siya na lang nakakaintindi nung sinusuot niya.
True. And, it loses its power if you still need to explain it.
Yep.
Exactly. That's
Was there
it.
next queen?
Verushka Levels.
Eto na, the controversial. Nakita ko na yan. It's a carnival theme, dress, outfit, look na stunning. Pero again, sabi nga lang ni Mama Pao ay nakita ko na yan.
Kay Miss International Nicole Bonnermayo.
Yeah.
When she was saying parang sa kanya daw yun.
Diba? Ang naging nag-stand out sa episode na to ay yung term na pull out.
Ano ba yung pull out
Clock,
na yan?
pull out.
Yung clock.
Clock.
Lumabas yung pagka-attitude niya doon.
Di ba dun yun sa episode yung feather you like it or not? Yung manok. Anyways, natatawa ako kasi dun sa runway niya, Verushka was mentioning na parang, this is made from purely silk that I bought. Pero yun pala, it was a pull-out. Yeah, clock.
Tsaka hindi naayos ang likod. Kaya medyo hindi siya
Hindi siya umiikot.
Pointed out very sharply by Ovi Kant.
Was something about pull-outs.
It's not couture. It's not couture.
And nakarating pa rin yan hanggang Untucked. Hindi pa rin sila tapos about that couture and pull-out na yan.
Speaking of Untucked, gusto kasi nila mangyari si Verushka talaga magwala at magalit sa kanilang lahat. Pero the girl handled it well. Hindi dahil in front of the camera or in front of the camera, hindi siya pumatol. I have to hand it to the girl na, sige, sabihin yung gusto niyong sabihin, safe pa rin ako.
True.
At saka nagsulo siya. Kumuha siya ng AirPods at saka nakinig siya ng music. Baka masama siya dun sa last two standing.
Hindi siya nagpa-affect.
Exactly. I have to give it to her. Grabe yung self-control niya.
Yeah.
Pero,
Ganun daw sa HK eh.
Ganun ba?
Ganun daw pag laging siomay ang kinakain. Siopaw. Dumpling. May control. Epekto ng betchy niya.
MSG. OMG. Anyways, the winner of the Maxi Challenge was
Bernie. For 80,000 pesos.
Yeah.
Were you surprised with Bernie's winning?
Oh, no.
Well,
I was anticipating it personally.
Sobra naman kasing nag-stand out siya, not just with the girl group challenge, pati yung runway niya. Sobrang strong. Ayun. So, yeah, Bernie really deserved it kasi she played her cards well.
Yeah, actually, pagkita ko pa lang sa kanya, okay, pack up na yung iba dyan, tapos na.
She choreographed the number. So, that was strategic na siya yung ginawa niyang bida dun sa choreography.
Yeah.
Diba? Mason.
Right. So,
Gutom ka na ba? Right.
Yun nga, I was really expecting talaga Bernie kasi nga, nung paglabas niya pa lang, parang, parang papalakpakan mo na agad siya eh.
True.
Tapos, parang feeling niya isa siyang Victoria's Secret fashion model talaga doon. Nung pumasok siya. So, I think she really deserves it.
Okay, we're done with accepting, applauding, and coronating Bernie as this episode. Coronating. Corny.
Crowning, te.
Gusto ko coronation kaya coronating. Our bottom queens were
Astrid.
At saka si Hannah Beshi.
Alright. Tingin nyo ba dapat talaga silang nandun sa bottom?
Yeah, me personally, nakita ko kasi ng performance, I was already looking for Astrid to be at the bottom 2 given her performance, her overall performance dun sa pop-off at saka dun sa runway challenge nila. Kasi hindi siya nag-stand out talaga eh.
Sobrang simple.
Oo, tapos ang offbeat niya lagi, tapos ang gulo niya gumalaw, tapos wala siyang connection, wala siyang star factor that I was also looking for.
True.
But do you agree na kasama dapat si Hannah Beshi sa bottom 2?
Si Hannah Beshi.
Hindi si Hannah Beshi yung bottom. Si Hannah Beshi, yung makeup noodle. The noodle.
I think it would have been more of
fitting kung
si Ovi Kant.
For you,
Sa'yo, si Ovi Kant.
Sa'yo, Jello.
Ovi and Astrid.
Ako si Hannah Beshi because of that undergarment.
How about you, Angela?
Ako, mas gusto ko na si Verushka yung nasa bottom.
Pareho tayo doon.
Verushka and Astrid just because they were both
a mess.
Not that good.
A mess during the performance.
At saka yung yung runway din, hindi rin sila, I mean, it's a mortal sin sa Drag Race na maglagay ka doon ng unoriginal outfit, diba? At least Hannah Beshi was original.
Yep.
And was creative. Kahit hindi siya sobrang ganda ng execution, butas din naman yung likod ni Verushka diba?
Sa akin naman, I agree with Angela na dapat nga si Verushka at saka si Astrid Mercury yung nandun. Astrid Mercury being plain and simple and not so good during the girl group performance. Si Verushka, the reason why I don't like her to be safe is basically, kinlaim niya na she bought yung kanyang outfit. Hindi naman. Parang,
Diba?
to me, kung may pull out, tapos meron kang ginawa na konting adjustment or you accentuated something, okay lang. Ito talagang obvious na hindi nga masara sa likod. So, yun yung akin. Sabi ko nga kung siguro sa RuPaul Drag Race to sa Amerika or sa ibang
Tanggal
bansa,
siya.
baka kung hindi man tanggal, siya yung bottom.
So yeah, the eliminated queen was Astrid, and sadly nung tinatanong din sila ni Mama Pau kung sino yung dapat umuwi, Astrid mentioned her name, which is like parang napaka-defeated niya na kaagad.
Don't show yourself under the bus, girl!
So yun, medyo na disappoint lang ako kasi first episode niya pa lang, parang feeling niya talo na siya kaagad.
Oo. I was looking for that fighting spirit Kasi una-una pa lang parang, I was like, baka may plot twist siyang gagawin. Kasi medyo reserved siya from the start Tapos nga lang nung nag-progress nga yung mga activities nila, parang di mo nakita yung parang fighting spirit niya. Towards the end, nagkinlame niya talaga.
Bago tayo pumunta dun sa si Astrid ay pinauwi, anong masasabi nyo kay Ovicont na lahat ng pull out may issue si ate girl? Kasi tingnan mo, may issue siya kay Astrid Mercury, no? Pull out din yung entrance look. Tapos pagdating kay Verushka, pull out din daw yung look, yun yung siya yung nag-point out nun. Anong masasabi nun? Kasi sa akin, before you guys comment on it, nung sa Antak, kino-comfort niya si Astrid. Siguro, konsensya te. Di ba?
I think it's one way lang din siguro baka meron siyang technique na ginagawa niya yung kung bakit niya kailangan i-mention yun. And also, I think may pinaglalaban siya personally in terms of having designs. Kasi di ba parang sinasabi niya at nung meron kasi dapat lahat ng ginagawa mo, merong theory dapat, merong story dapat nakasama.
True.
Hindi baka na-mention out lang yun before. May trauma lang siya sa pull out.
So, do you agree na dapat si Astrid Mercury yung umuwi versus kay Hanabeshi?
Yes, ako, oo. Kasi I don't think she's ready emotionally sa competition. She entered the competition and dapat may fight ka Dapat din, pati, as a seasoned queen. Kasi she regularly performs in the city already. And mas matanda siya kaysa kay Hanabeshi. Diba? And she should have more confidence. Diba? That just goes without saying na it seems natural na dapat mas confident ka na. Kasi matagal ka nang humaharap. Matagal ka ng drag queen. Pero the fact that you mentioned your name when asked kung sinong dapat umuwi, parang hindi pa yata siya ready emotionally to compete.
Defeated ka agad
Yeah, that's my take. How about you guys, Jello and Mathon?
Ako kasi, I was wondering, 7 years na siyang nagda-drag. 29 years old, 7 years na siya nagda-drag. And yet, when you look at Hanabeshi, na kaka-umpisa pa lang, parang mas seasoned pa si Hanabeshi. And na-mention naman ni Astrid yun na parang ako pa yung naging beginner sa mata ng iba. Well, I think tama, hindi siya ready for the critiques, to
the pressure.
The pressure and to be with the best drag queens in town.
She's intimidated, no?
Yes, easily intimidated siya.
That's right. And I would like to also add that she was busy looking at other people. Parang hindi niya tinitingnan yung pwede niyang may pakita. Hindi siya ganun as creative pa. So I think she has to develop more her creativity and as well as her hunger na meron sa dapat siyang I want this attitude.
Yes, I agree.
Astrid, take note of that para pag may all-star, alam mo na gagawin mo, te.
Yes, we are rooting for you. Anyways, that's it for our review and reaction for episode 2 of Drag Race Philippines Season 2.
At ito pa, yung bago sila mag-end, there was a face-off of Team 1. O, di ba nga, nagulat lang lahat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Bakit sila nandito?
Yeah, that's a perfect segue because we're gonna do episode 3 naman. Na nag-meet na yung batch 1 and 2. Yeah.
Nagkita na ang may mga issue sa isa't isa. Sa pangunguna ni
Captivating Kat-Kat at
Captivating Kat-Kat at si Didi Holiday.
oo,
Alam mo
diba?
yung rivalry nila? Ma-mention ko lang. It reminds me of the rivalry of Alyssa Edwards and Coco Montrese.
Yes.
Parang ganon.
Oo.
Oo.
Tagal nagsama at nagkasira tapos maraming beef sa isa't isa tapos hashtag Orokan ito nung nagkita. Ay, dito ka!
Totoo.
Labasan ng mga sulsul.
Yung mga Marisol dyan.
Oo.
I've come to know her many years ago.
Oo, di ba? We work since 2010.
May history no?
So, dapat abangan natin yan kung ano mangyayari sa kanilang dalawa. Ngayong magkasama sila.
And marami tayong trans queens, tatlo.
Actually.
Nag-merge na at nagkita-kita na sila. So, let's get into the review we have for the season 2, episode 3.
Yes, okay. So, let's start with the mini challenge. They have to perform as parang old drag queens.
Yeah, future selves,
Grannies.
extravaganza.
And do a newspaper dance.
Ito yung the Lola image in
Lola
me.
image.
Yun yung ginawa nila.
Very funny. Pero, para siyang party game.
Siguro one way lang din yun para ma-relax muna sila for...
And to introduce each other from the batch 1 and the batch 2.
Ay, oo, kasi they were paired, di ba? So, yeah. That is a good icebreaker.
Kayo magpakatotoo kayo, kinabahan kayo para kay Tiny Deluxe.
Actually.
Huwag kayong dyan. Kinabahan kayo, di ba?
Hindi, kasi actually, meron naman silang magandang strategy doon if ever si Tiny Deluxe, di ba? Ang partner niya si Captivating Kat-Kat. Magaan naman si Kat-Kat. Pwede niyang buhati.
Feeling ko kayang-kaya ako buhatin ni Tiny Deluxe. She's tiny but she's extra large.
Yes. So, ako, nung nakita ko yung mini challenge nila na newspaper dance, it brings back some memories of the 90s na party
True.
games.
Ako
Yeah.
2000s ako eh.
Ay, okay, ikaw na.
Pauwiin na natin to.
Yun nga, mga party game. Pero, syempre, ako, papakatotoo ko, being a player of the paper dance, strategy kasi talaga dyan is kumuha ka ng maliit na partner.
True.
I'm not surprised na yung partner ni Bernie napasok sila sa almost sa finals nung mini challenge.
Yeah.
Pero sino ang nanalo ulit din sa mini challenge natin?
Si Matilda.
Oh, si Matilda, the very friendly to the camera person.
Yeah.
At ang reaction ng lahat pang mini challenge lang siya.
Yeah.
Si Kat-Kat.
Si Miss Jade, so.
Yeah.
Yung may
Yeah, the girl. I'm a girl.
Hindi. Let's 'di ba, dito sa mini challenge na to, may outfit din sila. Tawang-tawa silang lahat. Anong meron kay Miss Jade? So, bakit siya may hawak tapos may dugo-dugo?
It starts with letter D. Oo.
Sabi mo, ano yan, Mason?
Dalag.
Doorknob.
Anyways, the winner of the mini challenge was Matilda, and as a prize, bukod dun sa cash, was she was tasked to pair the queens for their maxi challenge. Okay?
And she was the first to choose kung ano yung box na pipiliin niya for the
Yeah,
next
because
challenge.
the maxi challenge was a design challenge na based on the holidays.
Yeah, holiday out.
Of the Philippines.
Yes. So that was Christmas.
Ano ba yung mga yung ulit yun, Angela, sorry, yung mga holidays na binanggit nila?
Yeah, so the holidays are Christmas, Valentine's, birthday, fiesta, and Halloween.
Nakakaloka kailan naging holiday ang Valentine's.
Sa mga magjowa lang yan eh. May holiday pala tayo.
Yes, may holiday tayo.
Okay.
Nakalimutan?
Oh, kayo din.
Grabe.
Fine. Sige, kayo na ang may holiday pag Valentine's Day. Sige. Let's move forward.
Anyway, so Matilda was the one who chose the box for her teammate first. They chose Halloween.
Ang partner niya ay si
Ovi Cunt.
Oo.
The pairings are, by the way, Ovi Cunt Matilda for Halloween, Hanabeshi and Tiny Deluxe for Fiesta,
Alright.
Verushka and Arizona Brandy for birthday,
Mm-hmm.
Didi and Kat-Kat for Valentine's, And Bernie and Jade for Christmas.
Ayan.
Yun, yung mga pairs.
Very strategic kung tutuusin natin, no? Si Matilda for choosing Ovicon for Halloween. Pero, nung ni-reveal na kung ano talaga yung challenge, eto na.
Ito yung twist.
Yung twist.
Hindi pala sila pair. Ano sila?
Hindi sila partners, but they're, competitors to each other.
I like what
Kalaban
Didi said, di ba? I'm not going to win. I'm going to win against Captivating Katkat. Gusto ko yun talaga. Sabi ko, ibo talaga to, palabo, no?
At saka matagal na niyang hinintay. Yung moment na yun, makalaban
This
niya
is
ulit.
the moment.
Mas natuwa siya na magkalaban sila.
Mas
Kaysa
naging,
magkakampi.
yung...
Enthusiasm niyan.
Enthusiasm niya.
Exactly. And also, the title of the Maxi Challenge was Who Wore It Better?
Beta.
So, they're
Beta,
going to
not
compete.
beta.
They move on now to creating their outfits from the boxes they were given. And some of the workroom convos were this exchange with Hannah Beshi and Matilda. So they were telling stories about their personal lives and
Their past.
What can you say? Nakarelate ba kayo doon?
In fairness naman. Sige, Hal.
Sige, ako nakarelate ako dun sa ano. You have to be extra kapag ikaw ay gay. You have to achieve. Ganun.
More.
Yes, achieve more, di ba?
How about you, Mayton?
Well, somehow nakarelate ako doon kasi yung growing up, parang you always are parang expected to make your parents proud, to tell everybody that you can do so much better. Pero kaya minsan parang we do that to please na lang yung mga tao sa paligid natin. Pero the truth is, natatamper natin yung happiness natin minsan. Which personally, na-experience ko din yun. So somehow parang, okay, that's being or joining drag was a way of telling the world or letting everybody know that I also deserve that space.
Ang lalim.
How about you, Norman?
Ako, I don't want to be too personal about it, but I do agree na when you're part of the LGBTQIA+, you have to prove them wrong. You have to tell them that you are this person, that you are good, that you can do this. Pero I have used that towards my advantage. I have used that as an extra energy to do better. Kumbaga, I don't look at it na a detriment to me. It's
fuel.
It's my fuel to success. Yes, pang advertising. Fuel to success.
Pagas na.
All right. Sige, doon na tayo sa design challenge. Ano ba sa tingin nyo ang mga naganap? Kasi as we all know, itong RuPaul's Drag Race and ngayon ay Philippine Drag Race for the Philippines. Madalas nagiging issue internationally or dun sa original is that this is a drag race. Bakit parang we needed to be seamstressed also. So, ito naman sa Philippines, to be honest hindi ko masyadong naramdaman yung pagiging seamstress ng lahat ng tao. Pero makikita mo rin naman na nandito na si kaibigang glue gun, si kaibigang makina.
Stick it challenge nga, di ba?
So, project challenge.
Corrected by. So, kaninong outfit sa inyo ang nag-stand out?
Okay.
Isa-isahin natin, mga
Sige, yung runway natin, let's start with the Valentine's pair. Didi came out with the parang Betty Davis and Moulin Rouge inspired outfit na parang Queen of Hearts, ganon. And Kat, she said during her runway she was inspired by a bouquet of flowers. So yon, Didi and Kat for Valentine's. What can you say about that?
Yung parehas may backdress.
Yung may issue kung sinong nauna. Jello, what can you say about it?
Well, I have to agree with the judges about Didi. No, kasi she carried the dress well. Yung backdress niya mas malaki kaysa kay Captivating Katkat.
Yeah.
But na-embody talaga niya yung parang Queen of Hearts. Off with her head. Off with their heads. Ganon. So, yeah, the Valentine thing there was on point. Parang exact siya there.
Yeah. Mason.
I would like to, since nasabi niya na yung kay Didi, I would like to add na lang dun kay Katkat. Kasi I was expecting more for Katkat kasi nga nung first season, yung first episode, sobrang standout si Katkat eh.
Ang bango-bango niya nun.
And here, parang masyado siyang naging complacent. Tapos,
Parang letdown ba ito?
Maganda yung back dress niya. Pero, may yung belt niya, parang nilagyan na ng mga maliliit na mga teddy bears ba yun, if I'm not
Yung
mistaken.
heart.
Tapos may mga hearts, which for me was very distracting.
Yeah.
It should have been parang flowers na lang siguro instead of that na para mas maging stand out yung dating niya. So, yun.
Ako naman, parang naflatan lang ako sa hair ni Katkat.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Kasi
Kulang.
parang nakaipit lang siya na parang, yung parang normal, wasn't dragged up talaga to the
Nakaklam
nines.
lang ata eh.
Oo, parang ano nangyari?
Kung bouquet of flower siya, dapat naging flower na lang yung hair.
Mm-mm.
or something.
Tsaka ang ganda-ganda ng mga hair niya nung nung last episode. Yun lang yung sa tingin kong nagkulang dun sa outfit niya and also yung shape din. Norman.
Nawalan siya ng balakang tsaka ng bewang eh. Naging 8 diretso
Diba?
yun.
Di ba sabi naman ni Tiny Deluxe, square daw yung balak ni Mama.
Pero ako kung silang dalawa, pagtatabihin mo, para silang nag-usap kasi para silang twins. Kung ito ay hindi against each other, yung parang family challenge, yung pagmumukhain mong kapamilya mo yung isang tao, okay sana.
Okay sana. No?
Pero I agree na ang nanalo para sa kanilang dalawa ay si Didi Marie Holiday. Okay.
Yeah.
Doon na tayo sa susunod natin na pair to compete to each other.
The next one was Verushka and Arizona for birthday. So Verushka came out na parang balloons and mga paper shapes on her head and parang may big cape siya. Doon nakadikit lahat ng parang birthday related
May balloons.
objects, yes. And Arizona, parang Barbarella style, red and silver. And yung gimmick niya dun sa runway niya was she was popping balloons. And parang merong mga confetti. Okay. Let's start with Norma naman this time. What did you think about their outfits?
For Verushka levels, redemption niya to kasi nga siya yung pull-out queen nung episode nila, nung episode 2. So
Yeah.
this time around, maganda yung outfit niya. Maraming nangyayari. Very colorful, very friendly to the eye. May mga balloons, festive. It's very for birthday.
Yeah.
Kay Arizona Brandy naman, since sinundan niya yung kulay pula for Valentine's, doon ako medyo na-worry, to be honest about it. Kasi parang hawig din siya nung Valentine's. Tapos nagputok siya ng lobo. Ano ba? Happy New Year ba ito? Happy
Oo
birthday.
nga, exactly.
Tapos pula pa. Ano ka ba?
Christmas din.
Christmas
no?
din. O
Plus yung nasa
invited
boobs
ka
niya.
bang invited ka bang performer sa fiesta?
Yes, Jello.
Plus yung nasa boobs niya, torotot.
Oh, di ba?
Oo, tama. It was very confusing. It's trying to be so many things at the same time.
Tapos may mga fringe pa siya sa baba na parang unfinished.
Yeah.
Right.
Mayton?
Actually, doon nga, yung ano doon, yung titingnan mo doon is, nag-pair pa silang dalawa ni Verushka. Eh si Verushka, parang ang lapad na tingnan sa stage. Kasi makikita mo talaga. Kasi yung technique dyan is that, kailangan ma-occupy mo yung space. Kung sino may malaking space, doon talaga magsha-shine. At saka, nag-enjoy ako doon sa, I think it's my first time to see a dress na yung hemline niya punong-puno ng balloons.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was very playful. Birthday na birthday. Siguro kung bata ko na nagsiselebrate ng birthday, ma-enjoy ko, oh my God, I would choose that one over that. Kasi nga yung theme nila is birthday.
Yes, true. Okay, now we move on to our next pair. Ovi Kant and Matilda for Halloween. Okay? Ovi Kant came out na parang Vivienne Westwood mesh style yung damit niya. Parang Cruella. Yun yung nakuha kong parang
Vibe.
vibe. Yeah, medyo punk. And again, high fashion and eccentric. Very out of the ordinary.
Artsy.
On brand sa kanya.
Mm-mm.
And the next one was Matilda. She was more traditional Halloween,
The pumpkin.
incorporating the colors orange and black. Tapos, meron din siyang story about it na parang may N and O. Ginamit niya yung mga balloons na nakuha niya na parang siyang Grinch of Halloween ang nakuha kong idea na character niya. Anyways, what did you think about them?
Let's have Jello.
Sorry, yung kay Ovikant, nung umpisa pa lang yung ginagawa dun sa work group, ang dami niyang iniisip na parang nahirapan siya i-put into a solid idea. Although, nung nakita ko na siya sa runway, okay, umokay naman siya.
Yeah.
However, maganda kasi yung idea niya, again, for a photo shoot.
True.
For something na pwede kita picturean ngayon ng maganda yung suot mo. And then, another downside nung runway niya, nasisira na yung damit niya nung naglalakad siya.
Yes.
So, medyo, again, yung sense of fashion niya, i-explain mo na naman. Rather than, pag nakita ng tao, diba? Not everyone knows kasi Cruella, not everyone knows
Very high fashion kasi yung mga inspirations niya.
Yes.
Ikaw, Mason.
I want to start with Matilda. When I saw, I love the color kasi nga, syempre Halloween talaga. Wow. Very strategic siya na gamitin yung black at saka orange doon.
Yes.
And the way she carried herself, parang she was a standout for me kasi nga being able to host yung mga pageants before. Parang nakikita mo na parang, okay, parang dala-dala niya yung kilala yung sarili niya dalhin dun sa runway. Tapos, in terms of Ovikant naman, parang I was looking for something more kasi nga parang nakita ko na siya dun yung parang vibe na pinakita niya dun sa episode 2. Parang inulit niya lang ng very, very light dito sa may runway, which for me was a little redundant and very plain.
Yes, agree.
I was looking for a little surprise or twist na gagawin niya dun sa runway. So, hindi siya nag-stand out for me.
Yeah. Norman?
To me, having Ovikant's brand as spooky or spook, scary Halloween, expected ko na may ganun siyang itsura. Kaya lang hindi masyadong polished nung nag-runway na siya. Parang,
True.
Ano ba talaga? Vera Wang-inspired Halloween ba ito? Parang sana, kasi yun na yung brand mo, mas na-maximize mo pa. Parang hindi nga masyadong bongga yung presentation niya. Pagdating naman kay Matilda, gusto ko yung color na pinili niya. Yung syempre, orange is the color of the Halloween. Okay din. Pero kung pagdidikitin sila, hindi masyadong malayo si Matilda kay Ovikant. Ang mali to me kay Ovikant, sana nag-in-cane na lang siya rather na yung parang spear or yung fork. Trident. Yun yung exactly. Trident ng Halloween. Sana yung Devil's Trident. Sana hindi na yun yung ginamit niya. Sana nagbasto na lang siya. O kaya, ginamit niya yung Trident na para talaga siyang nananakot. Kaya lang kasi yung Trident niya, it wasn't spooky at all.
Mahirap kasi kung nag-Trident siya, dapat she just went into a devil or demon costume.
I actually don't know what she is.
Yun din.
Kung bride ba siya na sinaniba ng sandamakmak na impacto?
Black Widow ba siya? Or parang zombie?
Kasi si Matilda, alam mo na siya yung Halloween bitch. Yung alam mo yung parang, I'm here to scare you, but I'm so sweet. Ganun yung dating niya sa akin eh. So, mas may story pa yung si ate girl.
Okay. Next, we have Tiny Deluxe and Hannah Beshi. Sa kanila naman is Fiesta. Hannah Beshi came out na parang tropical fiesta. And next is Tiny Deluxe monochromatic, beige, and mesh din. Yon, what did you think?
Let's have Mayton.
I really love the colors.
Bilang ikaw ang mas may experience sa amin sa mga fiesta. Oo. Ikaw ang kung saan-saang piyesta na ang kinantahan, kinainan, pinuntahan.
At Sharon.
Yes. Balutin mo ako. Yan. Sige, pakinggan natin si Mayton for his experience, his take on fiesta.
Oh, grabe na. Sobrang taas ng energy. So, di ko alam kung paano susundan. Ayan naman. So, let me start with Hanabeshi. Nung pagkita ko pala sa, brilliant na mga colors. I loved it. Parang feeling mo talaga may celebration. Kasi nga, di ba, pag sinabi mong fiesta, it deserves a celebration. Tapos, very playful ng dating niya. Kasi nga, aside sa colors na mga pinili niya, the way she carried herself, para ka talagang, okay, we're gonna have a celebration. Come on, everybody. Mag-Sharon kayo. Parang social na naki-fiesta sa probinsya. Tapos meron dalang balot-balutan.
Yan.
Oo. Tapos ito naman si Tiny Deluxe. Parang,
Parang?
Parang. Diba? Ayan. So,
Parang?
parang. So,
Assumptionista. Parang?
ang very classy niya man na tingnan. Parang ninang-ninang. Pero hindi ko nakita. Parang lumayo siya doon sa binibigay sa kanyang fiesta na theme. So, medyo lumayo siya doon para akong nakakita ng maraming mga anong tawag dito, yung parang ginagamit mo pang sa
Lufa.
Ayun, di ba? Ganon. So, mga ganon. So, parang hindi niya masyado na-justify yung theme. So, yun.
True.
Ako, sige, mag-start din ako kay Hanabeshi. I think I liked Hanabeshi yung parang fiesta siya na parang naka-Filipiniana.
Parang Filipiniana.
Diba?
Yun siya.
Diba? Para siyang
Buwan ng wika.
may parasol pa siya eh. Payong.
Yeah.
Diba? So, it's like very Pinoy style of fiesta. So, colorful and yet graceful yung dating niya.
Pero kasi when you think of fiesta, ang una mong iisipin, banderitas.
Yes, yun nga.
Yun, banderitas.
Pero may pa-banderitas siya yung nakakonect dun sa payong.
Anong English ulit ng banderitas?
Banderates.
Bandits?
Ano yung magnanakaw?
Ano nga ulit English ng banderitas?
Di ba flaglet?
Hindi. May English term yan. Siguro susunod natin na episode.
Yeah.
Masasagot ko na siya.
Listeners, if you know it, please comment.
Comment down below. How about Jello, your bandits?
Okay.
How about your
Jello.
for
Continue, Jello.
Tiny Deluxe?
For Tiny, actually, for me, maganda. Maganda siya. Maganda siya, the gold, monochromatic, Kaya lang, the theme kasi for Fiesta is the color.
Mm-hmm.
Yung colorful banderitas. Yung colorful kasi 'di ba usually in sa mga fiesta may mga sapin-sapin, may mga even the food may makulay eh. Yung kanya is parang naging saka nakita ng fiesta na monochromatic.
True.
Parang ganun, 'di ba?
Parang for me, parang magdininang siya sa binyagan.
Oo.
Na may dalang maliit na basket.
Sa akin naman, babalik ta rin ko kay Hanabeshi kayo nagsimula. Ako magsisimula naman ako kay Tiny Deluxe. Si Tiny Deluxe, para din siyang si Ovicon na kailangan mong i-explain, or si Ovicon at saka si Arizona Brandy, na kailangan mo i-explain yung look mo. Di ba nga sabi natin, kapag kailangan mo i-explain, may mali sa look mo.
Yeah.
Yung sa kanya kasi, aside from looking like Ninang, kasi it's undeniable na ang ganda talaga ni Tiny Deluxe.
Yeah,
ang ganda ng makeup, ang ganda ng mukha niya.
Yeah.
Pero yung kanyang outfit itself, parang she didn't get the memo. It's a fiesta. It's not the fiesta of Abaca and Lufa. Parang ganun yung yung dating sa akin. Parang sabi ko, ay sayang, pang Ninang outfit na ginawa. Para sana dinagdagan niya ng konting kulay. Kasi para siyang fiesta nga ng Abaca, naging plain and simple. Parang, hindi pa uso sa inyo yung color dye. Ganun yung naging dating sa akin. Yung katabi niya, who happens to be Hanabeshi, na inspired by Patrick Star ang kanyang headpiece. Sabi ko, patay, nilamon ka. Ito to yung totoong piyesta.
Para siyang nag-fade in the background. Nung katabi niya si Hanabeshi.
Yes.
Kahit nga ito ay competition to defeat your opponent or kailangan mag-blend, parehong talo dito si si Tiny Deluxe kasi hindi na nag-blend dahil hindi ka nga team ng piyesta, hindi mo pa kayang talunin yung kalaban mo. So, ayun siya.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on now to our last pair, Miss Jade So and Bernie for Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
Merry
God,
Christmas!
malapit na.
Merry Christmas!
Malapit nang lumabas si Jose Maricha.
Sumisilip na siya, te.
At saka si Tita Mariah.
Yes. Sample nga.
Puro ungol.
Again.
So, yun nga. Ako na, I'll start it with this Christmas theme partnership or competition for this segment.
Go, Norman.
Akala ko nung una, ano talaga, parang medyo nalito ako. Sabi ko, competing against each other or competing together? Kasi hawig yung costume nila, yung kanilang outfit, ang costume naman ako, yung kanilang outfit, parehong Christmas devil or may mga horns. Ang ganda.
Sobra.
Kaya, lalo na nung nakita ko si Miss Jade So, sabi ko, ang lakas makasasya sa tour na for Christmas.
True.
Ganda ng outfit niya, stand out. Ganda. As in, from head to toe, nadala ni Ate Girl ng napakaayos, napakaganda. Pagdating naman kay Miss Bernie, everybody's favorite who won last episode, maganda din. Sa akin nga, ang number 1 ko talaga is si Miss Jade So. Number 2 ko si Bernie. Kasi ang ganda talaga ng nung kanilang outfit. It blended, though it's not the same, pero it blended well.
That's right.
True.
For me, they looked like their sisters. Diba? Their sisters, parang para sila mag-mother or mag-sisters. Tapos kapag tingnan mo silang dalawa, very playful ng kanilang naging production at saka execution dun sa stage. And I like the color choices. At saka parang pinag-isipan
choices.
Mariah.
At saka pinag-isipan talaga kung
yung totoo, Mariah or Maruya?
Maruya Carey. Ayun, pinag-isipan talaga kung paano nila gagawin. Parang tulad nga ng, yun yung mga bago for me ngayong araw na to. So, yung kay Verushka kanina, di ba, sa hemline niya, maraming mga balloons. Tapos yung kay naman, itong kay Jade So, parang first time ko makakita na pwede palang gawing yung mga Christmas balls, pwede siyang gawing outfit na parang, shala, para siyang Darna Shasha Turna.
Ayun, tama. I heard that you said about Darna, para siyang Darna outfit kasi her color was red and gold.
That's right.
And it also blends well with green, di ba? Kasi the color of Christmas is red and green. Continue, please, Mason.
Oo, tapos gusto ko yung drama nila, nagbigayan pa sila ng Christmas gifts.
That was funny.
Kasi nga Christmas.
That was witty. Sobrang witty niya.
Pero natatandaan niyo ba yung sinabi nung isinoli yung gift dahil galing sa...
Pangit.
Binotote.
Oo, grabe.
Niregaluhan ka na, nanlait ka pa.
Parang may kilala akong ganyan.
Ito, grabe to eh.
May Angelo.
Ako naman siguro, if this was a pair, competing with other pair, they'd probably win. Kasi ang dating nila, si Bernie yung Christmas tree with the lights and the gifts. May lights siya, tas may gifts siya. Tapos, ang star nung sa taas nung Christmas tree would be Miss Jade So. Kasi, siya yung star na Darna and sa story na, diba?
Galing.
Yes.
So, ang ganda nung nila.
Tama.
Si Jade Star yung star, the Christmas tree was, Bernie.
Ayun, fair naman.
Ang ganda talaga. Sila yung winner ko dito.
Talaga. Ako din, sila yung top 1 and 2 ko dun sa runway.
Kaso lang, ang design challenge winner was ching 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 ching. It was Verushka. Do you agree, guys?
Katanggap-tanggap ba na si Verushka ang nanalo? Do you accept the decision? Yes or no? Mayton.
Okay, kay Verushka. Ako talaga lagi paborito mong puntahan. Actually, yung kay Verushka, well, I love na bumawi siya doon sa second challenge. Very naman siya, very birthday party yung naging dating ni Verushka. Pero I would go more kay Jade So. Kasi kapag titingnan mo talaga silang lahat, parang makaka-captivate ka talaga eh. Hindi ni Kat, kundi ni Jade So eh.
Tama. At saka hindi lang yon, 'di ba? They divided the pairs into the tops and the bottoms.
Yes.
So among the tops, para sa akin talaga mas maganda yung pagkakagawa nung outfit ni Jade. Kasi mas mukha siyang talagang made for her.
That's right.
Diba? Para siyang hindi pinagdikit-dikit or ginawa doon sa workroom.
And it looks expensive as well.
Exactly. Jello.
Ako din, agree din ako na si Miss Jade So dapat yung nanalo. Although, na-showcase kasi naman ni Verushka yung kanyang talent when it comes to creativity and making a dress for a tawag dito?
Birthday.
A birthday.
Yeah.
Okay na yun. Pero my vote goes for Miss Jade so din.
So, ayun.
Sa antak nga lang talagang si Miss Jade. So, talagang out loud. Siya lang ang walang cinch sa kanilang lahat.
Siyang corset.
Wala siyang
diba?
corset.
Napansin ko lang. Ganun talaga siya.
Napansin ko lang, no?
Lahat kayo may corset.
Oo. Babaite. Anyways, yeah, the top was Verushka and our bottom queens were Arizona Brandy and Tiny Deluxe.
Dito natin makikita na kung ikaw man ang nanalo nung episode mo, ikaw man ang nasa tuktok, may chance ka pa rin you're nobody to be safe sa ibang episode.
That's right.
True.
Dahil si Arizona Brandy ang nanalo sa episode 1, pero ngayong episode 3, bottom 2 siya.
Yeah. And this time around, hindi Fourth Impact song yung ginamit nila for the lip sync. It was
Kitty Girl.
Kitty Girls.
Yeah.
Oo.
Hey Kitty Girl.
Hey Kitty Girls.
Hey
Maganda
Kitty
yun,
Girl.
maganda.
Kay Mama
Yeah.
RuPaul.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yung lip sync na to,
Oo.
one of the most unforgettable sa akin siguro.
Parang sa akin din.
din.
As in parang show-stopping. Yon.
Actually. Diba?
Dahil, Mayton,
Grabe, hindi ko inakala na magdidila ka doon sa...
hindi nating in-expect si Arizona
Oh my
Brandy.
God, grabe. Sobrang wild. Sabi ko.
Talagang,
Oo.
literally, fight for your life.
Lip sync for your life talagang literal, no?
Oo, talagang dinilaan niya yung floor. Not once, but twice.
Kailangan na siyang awate.
Oo.
Diba?
Tsaka dami siya pasabog. May mga pa-vape pa siya.
Oo.
Oo, may mga pa siya, pa-confetti sa
Yung sa
payong.
payong.
Oo.
At saka, ginawa niya yung ginawa ni Tiny Deluxe kay
Nicole Pardo.
ni Nicole Pardo na hinarangan. This time, punta ka ng likod, mauuna ako sa'yo, hindi tayo magsasabay. So, ang galing. Pero tingin niyo ba, lumaban din ba talaga si Tiny Deluxe this time?
She was just unlucky na natapat siya kay Arizona.
Yes, agree.
Na maraming pakabog at pasabog.
Oo, grabe.
Kaya,
Yung hunger niya, no, Mason?
Yes.
Grabe. Kaya kapag lumaban ka talaga dun sa bottom 2, expect mo na dapat meron ka ng lahat na bala.
Tama.
Ilabas mo lahat ng bala mo kasi kung hindi, matatamaan at matatamaan ka.
Exactly. Ikaw, Jello.
On point pa rin siya for Darna eh. No?
What's your favorite moment dun sa lip sync, Jello?
Ako yung stage presence ni ni Arizona Brandy. Talagang from left to right to talagang she owned it. Focus. Kahit nagkakaroon na ng drama sa paligid.
Sa antok,
Focus,
no, tama.
She showed her eagerness.
Yeah.
I can win this. Pag natapat ka sa akin, talo ka. Parang ganon.
But you all agree na she deserved to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Grabe, no? One of the most memorable, I think kahit sa US, na mga lip sync. And yeah, that's it for episode 3 of Drag Race Philippines Season 2. Our next episode would be a Snatch Game.
Snatch game na ba kagad?
Yeah.
Exciting
I'm
ito.
so excited.
I'm so excited.
Paghahalata.
Talagang octave yung kanya.
Anyways, yeah, we will be releasing our reaction to that earlier.
Yes.
So, paglabas ng episode, we will be releasing our episode.
Agree.
So, yeah, any final thoughts for today?
I hope our listeners would enjoy this episode of ours in reviewing episode 2 and 3. Sana abangan nyo pa ang aming contest, no holds bar, na mga emosyon, komento, at pagkakataon. Ibigay ang aming pananaw sa bawat outfit, runway, costume man or hindi ng bawat contestant.
Napakakagalang-galang.
Naman.
Kala mo talaga.
Oo.
Kailangan minsan mabait ka.
Wala ko naman sa lahat po ng mga avid listeners ng Cinegeeks naway pa mas maging inspired kayo sa inyong nadinig at isang wise word lang from a beautiful girl from a Never get tired of excellence. Never get tired of excellence. Kasi nga, you do not just only offer that to other people, to your audience, but more or above all, to yourself.
Iboto, Mayton, sa darating na eleksyon.
Final thoughts, Jello.
Ako naman, siguro next episode, keep in touch, keep in touch. More bardagulan. More bardagulan. And for the and please, sana maboto na si Verushka.
That's a very strong and confident wish.
Yeah. Again, thank you so much, Norman, Mason, and Jello, for joining me today on our episode.
Very sweet girl pa rin yung...
And yes, that's it. You can find us on social media. Please also share your thoughts with us. What did you think of episode 2 and 3 of Drag Race Philippines Season 2? And of course, we will be back next week for Snatch Game, reaction and review from your Drag Geeks.
Ready to be snatched.
Yes, thank you so much for listening. And again, this is Cine Geeks, where movies, TV, and all things geek collide.
Woohoo!